Hey everyone, welcome back to Fallout 4. So, I'm on the Predwin, and what I wanted to do here is take the next mission for the Brotherhood. I thought about this a bit. There might be extra missions that we would be missing out on if we proceeded with, you know, this quickly escalating conflict between these people. So let's talk to Maxon.
Our latest intelligence tells us you've infiltrated the Institute and liberated a valuable holotape from their facility. I'm quite disappointed you chose to build the signal interceptor without the Brotherhood Knight. However, you've secured passage to and from their facility, which was one of our primary goals. So, I'm willing to overlook your lapse in judgment, since you've unexpectedly accelerated our plans. I now have two missions for you to complete. First and foremost, I want you to bring that holotape to Proctor Ingram right away. There could be data vital to the success of our mission on that tape, so we can't afford to take any chances. The second part of your mission requires a bit of background to explain. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital Wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital Wasteland that the Brotherhood appropriated. It wasn't difficult to convince her to stay. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital Wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
What sort of differences?
Although she was working with the Brotherhood of Steel, she never formally joined as a scribe. After the capital Wasteland was secured, she objected to the Brotherhood's continued military presence there. I think she assumed we would just walk away from it all. She was wrong. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
I want to know what to do if she refuses.
Nothing that would provoke a hostile response. If she refuses, you're not to press the issue. Remember, infiltration of the Institute is our larger goal. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck, Knight.
Okay. Okay. So that wasn't too hard. He obviously is not happy. It's interesting that he has this kind of information already, that I infiltrated the Institute. Then again, yeah, I did. Yeah. Okay.
Since FEV, who knows what other sick projects the Institute's working on?
Yeah, well, a couple. Actually, did anyone ever try to jump from here? Like, the power armor should withstand this, shouldn't it? Let's try, for science. Yep, works. Also, I really haven't had a good look around here. He gave me two missions. He gave me this one. I need to speak with Father about the Battle of Bunker Hill. I don't want to do that just yet. Where is this? Oh, Sturgis has it. Yeah, I really don't want to take this away from Sturgis. And Dr. Lee is probably inside the Institute. Alright.
Greetings, Knight.
Oh, look, a desk fan.
This is our supply depot. Unless you're here on official business, I need you to clear out.
Okay, understood. Then let's clear out. I don't want to fight these guys right now. So... I need to speak with them in the CIT ruins? Does that mean they came up? That would be interesting. Let's see. Also father. I would not expect them to, you know, hang out here. What's that? Oh, one of my supply caravans probably. Did they actually come out and hang out in here now? That doesn't seem to be the right move. Wow. We'll find out. In a minute or so. There you go. Yeah, I need to go upstairs. Oh right, so there is just a normal door into the institute. It's not the ruins. I could just as well take the molecular transport or whatever this thing is called. I'm missing some I'm missing some missions, I think. And it's by design, obviously. So you know, depending on which decisions you... What the fuck? Did he actually come out and... Yes, he did. What is going on?
Son?
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once.
Why are you
Since the
here?
day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead.
It's
There's
not
no
dead.
future here.
I
The
disagree
only hope
with you.
for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here,
You're not the one to judge that.
I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us.
Old
really.
brainwashed man, basically.
But why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out?
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts.
That's
Would
sick.
the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else. Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Yeah, since it was only like 5 minutes, obviously.
That's all this is to you? all I am to you? Just another experiment?
No, that's not all. But still, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
What do you mean, the synths will be repurposed?
Modifications will be made to correct the defects in their programming, and they'll be assigned to new duties within the Institute. Not the first or last time it will happen. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course, but they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well. Please, take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen them. It's time to go back in.
Okay. This is just absurd. Honestly? It's super weird, isn't it? Okay. So where the hell is Dr. Lee? Alright, so she will be inside the Institute then. This is super... I mean, honestly, I don't even have words for this. Should probably be not surprised, but you know what I mean. So is that the meeting with the... Wait. Locate Dr. Lee. Where is she? Up there. Further up there. Where... There's the stairs. Okay. Oh, so Dr. Lee is part of the Directorate. Shh, let's listen.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Dr. Higgs.
There's a lot of hubris around here lately, and I don't care for it.
Okay.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we
I will
begin.
stand in my
Sir,
power armor.
Excuse me, but what exactly is she doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr.
One
A has
notable
been keeping
breach.
an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Was that a question to me?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With
They have
every
issues
advance
with
the
that, don't
Institute
they?
makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and
Right.
sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
A reactor?
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I am not overly fond of putting my own mother in harm's way, she has proven more than capable of handling herself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Please,
Can't be serious.
everyone, please, I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later.
And that's a lot, actually.
Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh,
What?
boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? She isn't one of us. She isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my mother has already proven herself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
He could have talked to her about this. Wow.
It's my
What a
responsibility to make sure this
douche.
place runs smoothly.
Okay, we will need to find Dr. Lee afterwards, but this is more important.
I often wonder what the Institute's founders would think of our accomplishments.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
Yes, it is.
I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
Yeah, it was.
What would it mean to be in charge?
Most divisions of
Oops,
the Institute
sorry.
are fairly... Where those divisions interact, however, problems can arise. You'd lead the Directorate in setting policy, resolving disputes, and the like. There's no question that some of the Directorate, and the Institute at large, will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There
Man.
are hard decisions ahead, for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Okay. Okay. So this is really a lot. Mass fusion. So I need to find Dr. Lee. Where is she? This way.
I know you'll achieve great things here.
I am not so sure.
Unit X688 speaks highly of
The fact that father is dying is changing everything, right? I need to reflect about whether or not Allison wants to keep this place running. Because
Synth unit, you were scheduled for maintenance.
basically what they said is
Anything you'd like to report?
Nothing to report, sir. I
Dr.
carry out
Yeah.
my duties.
Whatever it is, it'll have to wait.
Dr. Ao saw you accessing a terminal.
Whatever it is, it'll
You
have
know
to
you
wait.
are not
yeah,
permitted
then
to
move.
access the terminal.
I will catch up with you.
Is Dr. Ao mistaken?
Yes. I mean, no, he's not. But I was only...
What is it? Were you or weren't you accessing a terminal?
The view that they have on of the Commonwealth
But I
is
swear it's not what
basically
it sounds
completely
like.
wrong.
I was cleaning the terminal and it
Obviously,
switched on
it's
by
not a nice place to live in, but it's a place to live in. You know what I mean? And it's not dead.
Sir, I assure you that won't be necessary. It won't happen
Yes.
again.
See that it doesn't. You don't want me to tell you twice.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. I want to talk to you. Alright, let's have a look. Where is she? Over there.
Dr. Lee.
You again. What do you want now? You're obviously
Oh.
here for a reason, and you've already spoiled my experiment, so you might as well spit it out.
Let's just say that you've regained the attention of a certain group that I represent.
Stop beating around the bush. It's obvious that you're from the Brotherhood of Steel. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
Why would we want you dead?
I did some pretty sensitive work for the Brotherhood of Steel. Even though
Let's
Lions
find out
let
what
me
they
go,
did.
there were a few others in the ranks that thought I knew too much. That's why I came to the Institute. It was the only place that I thought I'd be out of the Brotherhood's reach and still be able to do my research.
Okay.
Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Okay.
Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is the lack of transparency. I don't think we get the full story on everything that occurs down here.
Interesting.
What does that
Oh,
have to
that
do
was
with
an
why we're
interesting
talking?
fact.
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help. Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
Did you abandon any projects you wanted to complete?
You should know better than to ask me that. If they didn't tell you what I was working on, they didn't want you to know. I'm certainly not going to put my neck on the line and spread their dirty little secrets.
Oh,
Tell me
dirty little
something.
secrets.
Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago,
okay.
there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
I already have something that might convince you.
How did you... Never mind. Just let me see what you've got.
Here you go.
A holotape? This better not be a waste of my time.
Let's observe her. Come on.
To make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the Coursers can find me.
They lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
No matter how badly it hurts, you needed to hear the truth.
And for that, I thank you. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind. Maybe in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
Sweet. Alright, that's pretty cool. No bloodshed, just, you know, truth. That's the paladin way of doing it. Anyways, thank you for watching. This is going to be titled as a story time. I see you in 2 days for the next episode. Bye bye.